Hey everyone. All right, so what I wanted to do today was to kind of share a little bit about what the Tyler Dice Golf membership program is about, and kind of some of the benefits that you can get, from joining the membership, and just give a little taste of what it can bring you. So I have a video here. This is me, and I'm hitting golf balls today, working on my game. And so with Color Dice Golf, what we like to do is we like to analyze every part of your golf game. And so that can be pitch shots, that can be putts, that can be chips, that can be tee shots, that can be working the ball, that can be controlling the height of the shots, all that stuff. What we like to do is we like to analyze it all. So anything you're having trouble with, anything you want to achieve, your goals that you have in your swing, what we like to do is we like to look at everything, analyze it, and piece together a customized plan for you so that we can, get you improving faster. And then we are there, step by step along the way to help you get better. So here's just a little taste of kind of what the behind the scenes process is of kind of analyzing your game and your swing and that sort of thing, how that goes. So first thing is I want to draw a line right here, and I want to see where I'm going, right? So we got a line here. Let's get this right. So go right down my target line. There's my stick. That's where it's going. Then look at my feet, right? Okay, my feet are a little closed to that target line. Okay, so that's first thing. First thing is we are definitely a little close. That's something tomorrow when I go to the range I'm going to want to work on. Next thing is I'm going to see about my posture. Okay, so I'm going to come here to the outside of my shoulders, draw a line down. Right? Okay, so I'm bent over a little too much at the waist. All right, which is causing my shoulders to be outside my knees a little bit too much. So I need to stand a little taller and I need to aim a little bit more left. So those are two things right there. Alrighty, now let's look into kind of the golf swinging. Let's see how I'm doing. So we're going to draw another line here up the shaft. We'll see how, actually that's a terrible line. We'll do another one. There we go. And we'll see how my swing is on playing. I haven't looked at this yet to the analyzer, so I'm not exactly sure what this is going to show us. So we're taking the club back. There we go. Taking the club back. We are on plane. Right on plane. That looks good. And as you can see here, here's my spine. Here's my club head. I'd say the club face, I'd say they're matching up pretty well. In fact, they look excellent. So we'll clear those two off. Keep the club going back. That looks good. Looks good. Alrighty. I would like to see my left arm to be a little bit higher. A little bit higher. So kind of right where these lines are right here is about where I'd like to see that left arm of mine get up to. And that's going to bring this club head more over in here. Alright, so not too bad. On the way down, look, let's see how my swing path is. We'll go from there down to here, down to there, down to there. Hitting the golf ball. There. I'd say swing path wise, I'd say that's pretty darn good. That's a pretty tight circle right there. And that club head's going to be right around in there. Right to there. Yeah, that's in terms of swing path, that's a pretty tight circle there. So that means my downswing and my follow through are matching up nicely. That's good. So that's a more neutral swing path there. So that looks great. So let's clear these lines off. Bang. Okay. And we come to a nice follow through right there. Nice balance. Post up on that left leg. One thing I would like to see a little bit more, and I'm working on this, but I just have trouble with it. As you can see, I have a lot of weight right here in my heel at impact. I want to see that weight not in my heel. I want to see it over here in this toe, because I want this heel, my trailing heel, I want that to get up off the ground more. Okay? So I need this this trailing heel, this right heel for me, up off the ground, because I can get this weight up onto this toe, on the ball of my feet more. That's going to help me rotate my hips and get me faster through the golf ball. So that's what I'm looking for there. And so that's a pretty, simple, that's just one golf shot. It's a 7-iron down the line, nothing fancy. You see that? Nothing crazy. Ball comes off. I have a very flat ball flight, so you can see how flat it is. It's apexing right around in here. Okay. Actually, it's a little lower than that. It's right. I'm going to draw a circle over it. It's right there. There's the golf ball. So, so there's my nice flat launch with a 7-iron. So that's what we look at here. And so from here, we look at all those things, and what we start to do is we will develop a plan. We will develop a plan that says, all right, well, for me, what do I need to do, right? Well, I need to work on my posture. So I'm going to have a plan in place to help me with my posture. So what I'm going to do now is, for me, I'm going to do a little checklist. And so tomorrow when I go to the driving range in the morning, and it's going to be cold tomorrow. Today I was lucky. Today it was gorgeous out. So it's about 55 degrees when I filmed this morning. Tomorrow it's going to be about 40. So I will have a jacket on tomorrow hitting golf balls. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I'm checking. I'll make a checklist so I can check my posture to make sure that my shoulders, I want the outside of my shoulders to come over. Oops, that's not the right line. I want the outside of my shoulders to be over my toes. So I want them to be over in here more. Okay? So I want my outside of my shoulders to be over my toes, and I want the kind of the ball and socket joint in your shoulder to come over the balls of your feet right here. Okay? So the shoulders I want out to here. And the balls of my feet I want over the ball and socket joint in your shoulder I want over the balls of the feet. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'll make a checklist. Okay, and so when I'm hitting golf balls tomorrow, every couple of shots I'm gonna film one, and so I can quickly reference to see, is my posture okay? All right, and so for me that's going to be an ongoing checklist this winter, because during the wintertime you want to make sure your fundamentals are good. So for me that's going to be every single time. And next, when we're drilling that in, I can also at the same time work on the top of my swing. So I want to get this arm a little bit higher. All right, I want to get it about 3 or 4 inches higher. Okay, this is just going to help me get a little bit steeper into the golf ball. And it's going to force my lower body, my hips, to want to rotate more. Okay, so that's what I'm going for here. I want to force more rotation into my golf swing. And so for me tomorrow, just the short-term goal is going to be working on the posture and then working on getting those hands higher at the top of my backswing. Because from there, everything else is pretty good, is actually really good. The club face is getting delivered to the ball square. All right, my swing path is very consistent on the way down and the way through. And the golf shots are going very straight. They're not having a lot of curve. So, yeah, for me, for 7-iron, so essentially for me, for my approach shots off the fairway, those are the things that I need to work on. And so that's going to be an ongoing checklist for me for the wintertime. with the posture and getting the hands higher, because my hands always want to drop a little bit during the wintertime. I don't know if it's just because of you're wearing a lot more clothing usually, and so it's keeping you more restricted, and that forces me to want to get more around me. So, but those two things are definitely priority one and priority two. As the hands get a little bit higher and I start to force myself to rotate a little bit more, this trailing heel here should want to pick up a little bit more, and that weight should shift more to the where the ball of that foot there, so more towards the center, more towards the toe. And that, again, that's going to help me rotate my hips more, because we want my hips, this hip to be firing this way more. Instead, right now, it's kind of going more this way, right? So we want this right hip to be going more to the left and more around me. And so that would be my checklist that would be the checklist for me to get better, over the next couple of weeks. And that's something that I want to check on every time I go out to play golf. Now, if you say struggle with your swing path, say you come down the golf ball, you look great, right? And then your club head goes over here, there, 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 and on the way down, it's say it's over here. See the downswing's the orange one, and the follow through is the red one here. So that's really in to out. Okay. If that's you, then tightening up that path is going to be something you're going to want to do. And if that is you, we're going to have appropriate drills to help you through that, and things to look for, and things to monitor, because there's certain ball flights you should be looking for, and there's certain actions in your body that you can be looking for to help correct those things. So for me, obviously, I'm not having to worry about that. That's not an issue for me. But that's what I'm going to be working on moving forward. Is my posture? No, and also first thing I said was I'm aiming a little closed. So make sure I square up my stance a little bit, posture, and then the hands a little higher at the top, which is going to help get that right heel off the ground more at impact and help me get through the golf ball and turn through it a lot better. And so that's going to be, again, that's what I'm going to be working on. And that's just a small part of golf. There's tons of things that happen on the golf course. There's punch shots and flighting the ball and curving the golf ball and hitting different clubs. I mean, you may have a problem hitting 8-irons. They stink for you. It could be something you're doing a little weird in your golf swing, or it could be the club. And that's part of what we analyze here. We look at everything, because we're not here to just look at one piece of your game and fix it and send you out to the world. We're here to help improve your entire game, because being good with your entire game is going to help you be better at golf no matter where you go and play. Fixing one thing here, fixing one thing there isn't going to make you better, in the long run, everywhere you play. So, this is just a little piece of what we're doing. This is how we, look at everybody and how we treat everybody. We want to make sure that we give everyone, very comprehensive view. I mean, this video is it's coming on 14 minutes right now, and this is just one video. And the nice thing is with Paradise Golf, with the membership, is the fact that when you sign up for the membership, again, we're looking at everything. You could send me 10 videos. You could send me 15 videos. I want to make sure that your game gets better, because you have goals to get every part of your game better that you want to get better. And so we're here to help you get better in all those aspects. And again, we're going to, if you have 10 things you want to work on, like, if you have, say, I need help with everything. All right, we're going to look at everything, and we're going to ask you some questions about the kind of courses you play, how long you've been playing, get some feedback like that. And then we're going to develop, a checklist of things that you're going to be working on while you're practicing. And we're going to be telling you, while you're practicing, these should be the priorities, of your practice time, because these are going to make the biggest impact, on you and getting you scoring better faster. Because that's the name of the game. The name of the game is scoring, And so, just being able to hit some shots isn't going to help you necessarily score better. Being able to hit shots from the fairway close to the hole all the time is going to help you score better. And just doing a couple quick fixes isn't going to get you those results day in and day out. Okay? So I'm going to sign off here. And again, I'm going to have another video tomorrow, barring the weather, if it doesn't rain and if it's not too darn cold. Because like I said, it's supposed to be about 40 degrees tomorrow. That's 40 Fahrenheit, so not very warm at all tomorrow morning. And I think it's supposed to be cloudy too, and I wouldn't be surprised if the driving range is a little bit windy. So expect that wind chill to be putting it in the mid-30s tomorrow morning. So yeah, I should have a video for you tomorrow, and we'll be working on what I talked about today, tomorrow, on those three things, like getting the hands a little higher, again, getting my alignment a little bit better, and getting my posture a little bit better. Those three things that we're going to be working on tomorrow. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you like to see kind of a little bit behind the scenes of, again, what we do at Toy Dice Golf to help everyone get better. Because this is an individual, person by person basis. We look at these things, we look at everyone's golf swing, and we analyze them, and we figure out what needs work. You can't just, again, we're not just here for quick fixes. We're here to develop your entire game to get you to score better, day in and day out. So that's what we're here for. That's what we do. So yeah, I'm Tyler, and that was me. That's my swing you just watched, and I'm letting you go, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.